What we have here is a 3/4 PVC sprinkler irrigation line that has developed a hole in the side of it. Not sure if it was a bad glue joint or if a gopher ate a hole in the side of it, but we'll look into that when we cut it out. So just so you can see that it's leaking, I'll turn the sprinklers on and then turn them off. Okay, go ahead, Trish. Okay, turn it off. Okay, so there's our leak. Now, options for fixing that leak. Well, I'll just cut that coupling out and I'll glue 2 more couplings in here and fix it. But the problem with that idea is that in order to glue, let me just use one coupling as an example. In order for this coupling to be glued together, the pipes have to be like that. And I have no way to pull these pipes apart, put the coupling in the middle, and then stab them together. So that makes it difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something different where we use 490s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the pipe back. So these 2 90s go that direction, and then I will cut these 2 90s in and install them that way. Now notice that you have to get the right spread. So this one has to be here, that one there, and then that pipe, so I'll have to cut that so I have enough room to put that together. And the way we build this is we put these 2 on. We got to make sure that they're both facing the same direction, because if not, it makes it hard to measure. So we'll get those 2 installed, figure out how long this pipe needs to be so it lines up with those 2, and see, like right there, I'm off, so it wouldn't work. So you got to have enough spread here. So let's go ahead and get started. It looks like the bare minimum I need to cut out of this system would be about 4-5 inches. So if I don't have 5 inches here, we're gonna have to dig some more. I got 5 inches there. Maybe I have to dig a little bit more, but okay. So there we go. All right, let's cut it. God, it cuts terrible. Okay. And then again, I need 5 inches at least. So that would put our other cut right about here. The worst blade ever. Okay. Now, glue doesn't stick real well to water, so we're gonna get a baling cup and bail that out. Okay, we got a bailing cup, so we'll bail out the hole. Okay, that'll work. Now, there we go. All right. PVC is a two-step joining process. Pipe should be clean. And our first process is the primer, and then we'll use the cement. So, have them backwards in there. Primer is very, very runny. See, there's primer right there, and that's a pen mark. But it stains the pipe. Not that it hurts it. Oh, there's our leak. That really does look like, well, the water, maybe it went through there, maybe it was a crack, and then as it shot through, it erodes the pipe away. I've seen that before. Or it could have been a gopher. I don't know. Don't see any other teeth mark there, so I'm assuming that's you know, it looks like there's no primer, no glue right there, so maybe I didn't do a very good job, and it's been leaking there since the day I put it in. So nice coat of primer, and the primer prepares the surface for the glue. It softens it, and then we'll primer what fitting we're going to glue next. And there we go. So then we'll get the cement out, and before the primer dries, we want to cement it, because if the primer dries, it's not doing its job anymore. So again, with the glue, don't need a whole lot. I'm gonna just dab it inside the fitting, dab it on the pipe all the way around, as deep as the fitting's gonna go. And then we're gonna stab and push, and I want these facing a certain direction when they dry, so they're both the same. A little bit lower, a little bit higher. Right there looks good. And we're supposed to hold it for about 15-30 seconds, and then it's done. And then we can glue the other one. This stuff doesn't like water, but if it's just a drip or two, it shouldn't cause too much of a problem. Hold, put our level on there, make sure it's facing the same direction. There we got it. Okay, now this piece of pipe between these two 90s needs to be exact, because if it's too long, it won't fit. If it's too short, it won't fit. So it doesn't matter. These two pieces have to be the same length, but that's easy. So what we could do is we could cut those two pieces the same length right now. Now, here's the tool that beginning plumbers can afford. When you make a little bit more money, you can afford one of those. So, I'm going to straighten this end up. And then I'm going to cut a random piece That's long enough for the hubs of 2 fittings to go into. That looks like that'll do it. And I'm going to cut 2 of those. And I want them exactly the same length. Use my thumb as a marking pen, put the blade right up against it. And both pieces appear to be the same length. I'm just going to kind of shove that in there. Wow. These cutters leave a really bad burr right here, so I'm going to get a file and round that off. So my plan to use my disc type cutters isn't working so well because this takes more time than it would have taken just to cut it with the damn saw. But it does leave a noticeable burr on the outside. Not on the inside, on the outside. That's pretty funny. On copper it's the exact opposite. So when I try to put that in there it fits. But this one just doesn't want to go at all. So suppose I could do it on the concrete. Anyways, yeah, it fit nice now. So maybe don't use your disc type cutters because they fit much better without them. So the whole point is I'm not gluing these in. I'm trying to get a measurement between these 2 pieces, the right measurement. So it looks to be that I want about a 3-inch piece. The center to center on that, as I glue them together, needs to be 4 and just under a quarter. Okay. Just under a quarter. So let's go ahead and glue one of them on. Okay, and I need a center of 4 and just under a quarter, so 4 and just under a quarter to center. Looks like it'd be right there, so I'm going to cut that right around there. it just doesn't have that burr like the other one did. I mean, because it's willing to go together without, so. Alright, so let's check it one more time. So 4, that looks heavy. You can't really push them all the way together because they have an interference fit. So if I push it together, it looks like it's way too long. But I know it'll glue together more than that. That's why measuring is so 4 and yeah. Let's just take a little bit off. Alright. Well, let's try it. Alright, primer. Primer. Glue. Glue. And then it's important that these two line up. So just twist them till they line up. Let's check it. It should be 4 and just under 1/4. Looks to be a little bit short. As always, that should work. Okay. All right, let's primer it. Primer it. And that's how you fix a line without digging up 20 feet of it. So you're able to lift it up. If you lift it up, you're able to maybe stab a coupling on and a coupling on, kind of like this. And as you push it back down, it'll glue together. But you need to have more trench dug in order to lift the pipes up to get to that. So this is a good option for these situations. So that's the end of PVC fixing a leak underground. Well, I know I said I was done earlier, and those of you that were really paying attention to the video might have noticed that I didn't glue this joint or that joint. So when I turned the water on, we had a flood. So let's fix those two. Probably let that drain out so we get a good glue joint.